Folks, we're going to head out to Devil's Lake, North Dakota right now and talk with Dave Tice, who's been with McQuaid Outdoors for a number of years, and I've had the pleasure of fishing with Dave. Actually shot the best ice fishing show I've ever filmed in my life out there with Dave a few years ago. Giant perch, walleyes, northern pike, you name it. Dave Tice, our expert on North Dakota lakes, especially Devil's Lake. I guess before we look ahead, fishing been okay the last week or two?
Yeah, fishing's been pretty good the last 2 weeks. We had one week where we did really well on the perch, and this last week here has been mostly walleyes. We've been targeting walleyes on a couple different areas of the lake. And yesterday we actually found some nice clean water. We did some spearing and got some nice northerns.
Yeah, that's one. I don't know if guys realize and gals realize that they can come out there. They could do one day of walleye and perch fishing regular, and they can spear pike too, huh? The next day.
Yeah, yeah. So we just finished up with a 3-day trip with a group from the Minnesota Iowa border. So the first day we went after perch, fished those most of the day. It was a little bit slow. We had some smaller fish we threw back, but still had half a bucket of nice ones. Then we finished off the day with the walleye bite, and the walleye bite was phenomenal. So we had pretty close to a limit of walleyes for 10 guys. It was
Wow.
just, yeah, it was super good fishing that night. And so day two, then we went to a different lake and we targeted bigger walleyes. And it was mediocre fishing, but the quality of the fish were really nice. So yesterday, their last day of the trip, we started out with walleyes, caught about a dozen walleyes and a few perch, and then we took them over to our spear shack and did some spearing. And it's not super fast and furious, but boy, they're quality fish. I mean, almost every fish is like 6 to 9 pounds, and a couple of 12 to 15 pounders,
Ooh.
and then I don't know if everyone's getting buck fever or what, but every day over there, it seems like we see one that's like 20 to 25 pounds and no one's got them yet. They can't seem to get it. They get so excited when they see that big fish come in, and we just haven't harvested it yet.
Yeah, guys want to come out there and pike fish too. Regular, tip ups and that type of deal. Devil's Lake can be really good as you look into February for pike, right? For tip up fishing.
Yeah, it sure can be. You just gotta, do some research and make some phone calls and look at fishing reports and see what areas of the lake people are talking about that are holding good pike and numbers of pike, because some areas are really good for high numbers tip up fishing with pike. I know kind of on that north end of 6 Mile Bay, there's some shallow water that usually holds a lot of them, but they seem to run a little on the smaller side. And we've been targeting a different bay right off the main bay of the lake. It's not got a lot of numbers of pike, but it's real quality fish. So kind of depends on what guys are looking for. If they just want to have fun and catch a bunch, or if they're looking for some, 6 to 10 pound average.
Do you guys have a website or a Facebook that folks can go to? I know that you're part. What's the name of your group?
McCoydGuides.com.
Yeah, do you guys put information on there about current fishing conditions and that type of deal?
We mostly use the Facebook page.
Right.
That would be on Facebook, McCoyd Outdoors. So we try to post some pictures and some reports on there pretty regular.
That's cool. So you got ice conditions on there and that type of information, I'm sure. But as we look into February now, your perch might be moving into the basins, into deeper water. Is that the case, Dave?
Yep, yeah. So out east, that Stump Lake has been producing a lot of fish in that 17 to 25 foot area these last couple weeks. Those fish are still relating to the shallower water that's got the flood timber. Some days has been really, really good with a lot of fish over there. Black Tiger Bay also has been kind of the hot spot for the perch this winter, and it's not a secret. There seems to be a bunch of people out there. What we found lately is a lot of days they want to look at your baits and not bite, but we've had several days in the last week, for whatever reason with the weather, they decided to bite really well, and guys have had some great catches. Um, Another place to look is at the far northeast corner of East Bay. that's got a pretty good school of nice fish right now. Guys have really been cleaning the house for, well, I think 5 out of the last 7 days has been super good over there. And but we haven't been there. We've been primarily targeting walleyes for the last week or so. We've had such a good walleye bite going. It's hard to drive 50 or 60 miles to chase after perch when we can catch a bunch of walleyes right
Yeah, how
here.
big are the walleyes you're getting?
That depends on what part of the lake we're on. Some of these spots, one night I think me and 4 clients caught about 80 of them. I
Wow.
mean, yeah, really, it was just a super bite. So we caught about 80 of them, and we were one shy of our limit. We kept 24. And then we got another spot where you go up there with 4 or 5 guys, and usually end up a couple short of the limit, but they're real quality, like 16 to 21-inch fish.
Nice.
Uh, so, we don't want to beat up any one spot for too many days in a row, so we kind of jump around a little bit. And we know certain groups of guys are okay with keeping some, those 13 to 15 inchers, and they're good eaters. And I'll bring those guys to the spots that produce those fish because we catch so many more, and it's just a lot of fun to reel that many fish up.
Okay, buddy, running out of time. Real quick, can you tell us the travel conditions on the ice currently?
Travel conditions are good. Most of our pressure ridges are snow covered. They have quit moving and quit working. The snow is super hard. Some of these snow drifts are 1.5 feet high, and I've been driving my Suburban right over the top of them. So be prepared for a very bumpy ride when you do come out here because the snow is so hard.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you so much, Dave, and we'll see you in late February.
All right, that sounds great.